Hi all, welcome back to Node.js tutorial course. I hope you all have watched my previous sessions which explains different concepts of Node.js and live coding examples. If not, I have given links in the description box. Please do watch. So today we are diving into one of the core modules that powers the web, that is HTTP module. Whether you are building APIs, handling web requests, or setting up basic requests, basic server, the module is at the heart of how Node.js communicates over the internet. In this tutorial, we will explore how to create a simple HTTP server, handle request and response, and process different routes. So by the end, you will have a solid understanding of how to use the HTTP module to build powerful, efficient web application. If you are enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button and ring the bell icon to stay updated on all of our latest tutorials. Let's get started. So what is the HTTP module, right? So the HTTP module is a core part of the platform and is essential for creating the HTTP servers. Okay, basically it allows or facilitates the web communication by using the HTTP protocol, which is the foundation of the web, as you all know. This module allows you to build web servers and APIs directly without needing any external dependencies, so making it simple and efficient to get started for any developer to create a server. One of the key methods you will use is http create server, which lets you handle the incoming request and send responses to the clients. So it supports various http methods like get, post, and more, making it flexible for range of tasks, whether you are serving a website or building a RESTful API, right? So what's great about the HTTP module is it's lightweight and highly performant nature, making it perfect for the real-time applications where speed and scalabilities are very critical. So why to use a HTTP module, right? See, these are the list of the reasons why to use HTTP module. That one is core functionality. What it means is it's built into Node.js, so no need for external libraries or dependencies to handle web requests. Server creation, like easily create HTTP servers to serve web pages or handle API requests. Okay. Efficiency, obviously it's lightweight and highly performant, making it ideal for the real-time scalable applications. Then flexibility, supports multiple HTTP methods like get, post, put, delete, allowing you to build the APIs or full-fledged web applications. Okay, streaming is another one of the thing which supports data streaming, enabling efficient handling of large data such as file uploads. Okay, so that is why it is one of the best use of streaming mechanism. Okay, so next comes the custom control, provides the basically low level control over request and response, which allows for more customized server logic. And then of course it's widely used, essential for basic web development and a great starting point before moving to more advanced frameworks like Express. So this is perfect for the developers who want to build simple web servers or APIs with full control over request and response. So now let's see what are the common use cases which it gets offered, right? First, as it says, like creating web servers. So static or dynamic web pages by responding to the incoming HTTP request. Like an example, building a basic website that responds to HTML or text content, right? That is one of the common use case. Next comes the RESTful API building, like handle, get, push, put, delete, or whatever the request to create APIs for web or mobile. For example, we can say like CRUD, right? Read, write, update, delete API for managing a database. That is one of the use case. Next is proxy servers, like apps as an intermediary to forward requests to other servers, often used for load balancing or logging. So proxy server that relays requests between clients and the other server. That is an example of the common use cases we use this model. Then handling file uploads and downloads, right? The process incoming data stream, as I said, streaming, right, for file uploads or serve files for downloads. A file sharing service where user can upload or the download may be an example. Then comes the real-time applications, handle fast real-time communication between clients and the servers. So best example is chat applications or live feeds or the real-time notifications, right? Then comes last, custom HTTP services, like build custom HTTP services that don't rely on full frameworks like Express, offering more granular control, right? So microservice example would be like a microservice handling specific lightweight task in a larger system. Okay, these are the common use cases which demonstrates the versatility of the HTTP module in web development and server-side applications. So now let's see. Now you all have an idea about what is HTTP module, right? Now let's dive into a live coding and understand how to use HTTP module and what are the different features it offers. Okay. So now let's see how to do a basic setup of HTTP module. So first, what I'll do is I'll just create a folder for this HTTP demo. Then I'll create a file inside this. Okay, HTTP server.js. Okay, so let's see. So here, as you know, HTTP module, right? First we have to import the HTTP module, that is require of HTTP. Okay, if this module is not there, we will have to install this. Okay, next comes, once the modules are imported, next is creating a server. As I said, create server function is very important here. So I'll create server equal to http dot create server of, obviously the any server we will have a request and response, right? So request response. Okay, then we will do a callback, and so what we will do here is we will try to respond with response dot right head. Okay, basically setting the response header with the status code of 200 and content type, whatever the content type we are going to respond with. So I'll right head of, we will set the status code. This is status code which is 200. Then we will set the content type or a header. Okay, so content type, one sec. Okay, we will set content type as for now we will set text, plain text. Okay, if it is a JSON, you can accordingly provide the JSON. Okay, so now what we will do is, once the header is set, next is we'll have to send some response back, right? So we will end response dot end, and we'll just give like hello world. Okay, okay, so this is this is the basic setup what we have. Will have it for the while creating a server. Okay, we have set the header, we have to send back the responses. Now we have to define the port and the start the server, right? So this create server is ready, but we have to listen to that port and start, right? So we'll just put like port equal to 3000. Then what we'll do is we will listen to that server, okay, on those port. Okay, so here we will, once it is listened, once it's started, we will give some message like server is listening on this particular port. Okay, console.log. So we put server is listening on port. Then we give the port number. Okay, so we give okay, fine. This is about the simple basic setup of the how to set up the HTTP server. So let me just start the server, cd HTTP demo, then node. Yeah, you can see the server is listening on the port 3000, right? So if I go back, so I can test this via the browser. So here I have gone to the browser, and you can see it has given hello world, right? That is what we have created, right? This is about the basic creating a server and how to listen to it. Okay, now let's create one route, okay, where we will create a route using this HTTP server. So now you can see we have the server, create server ready. So what we will do is we will try to create a route here. Okay, basically we can handle different URL routes by inspecting the request.url and responding accordingly. Okay, so what I'll do here is I'll just check if request.url equal to, it's a basic, right? So if this is the case, what I'll do is I'll just put this. Okay, this is a standard for the base route. Okay, home route we can say. Okay, now next what I'll do is I'll try to add another condition for request request.url equal to, so I'll give like about. Okay, so here I will try to respond with some different content. Okay, so I'll just copy paste this and just change the, this is about page, this is about page. Okay, and let me also do like if nothing matches here, then we can handle with a 404, like we can say that page not found, right? So that is one of the key thing which we have to handle when we write the this kind of routes. Okay, 404, so we will say page not found. Okay, fine. So now let's try to run this again. Okay, it's listening. So now let me go to the browser. So I'll just type this, give hello world. Then what I'll do about, so this is about page, right? And if nothing is there, if I just give like test, it says page not found because that particular route is not at all defined, right? So that is why it gives the page not found. Okay, this is about the basic setup and how to create a basic routes. Okay, so now let's see how to use this parsing URL and query, how to parse the URL and get the query parameter. parameters. Okay, for that what we will do is we will use the URL module. Okay, const URL equal to, so require of URL. Okay, we will be using the URL module. Okay, once the URL module is imported, first what we will do is we'll try to pass the request.url. Okay, so what we will do here, const parsed URL equal to URL dot parse of request. Dynamically we can take request.url, and we also need to parse the query string, so we will just put it like true. Okay, so this is how we are going to parse it. Now what we will do is we will try to get the path name and the query object. Okay, so what we will do, const path name equal to parsed URL dot query. Okay, so this will be no, sorry, this will give the query, but if you want path name, it will be path name. Okay, same way if I have to get the query, so query equal to parsed URL dot query. Okay, this is how you get the path name and the query. So what we will do, instead of using hard coded, what we can do is with path name we'll just try to change this to path name. Okay, if path name equal to this, then give this. If path name equal to about, then give this about. Okay, about page. So what I'll do here is I'll try to pull some query parameters. Okay, so what I'll do is const name equal to query dot name, query dot name. So I have already passed it. Okay, so what I'll do, I will just try to print this name also here in the about. Okay, this is how I'm going to print this. Okay, so let's try to run this back again and see how it's picking it. Okay, server is listening. So what I will do, this should give you as is, right? And this should give you hello world, and this should give you, this is a, so here you see here this name has not come up because I did not pass the query parameter, right? So what I'll do is name equal to John. So it seems to be there is some error, unknown encoding, right? So here even though we have a cons, yeah, it has taken this, so it did not encoded it properly. Okay, so we'll try to see how we can handle that. Okay, so it has passed, so let's try to print the console.log. So let's see what is it printing. Okay, and we'll try to print the query.name. Okay, let's see, let's try to debug together. So let me run it again, and let me just try to hit this. Okay, so if I hit, what is happening, see, it has picked up name. Okay, and it also has picked up name, so it had the issue of encoding. Okay, so what we will try to do here is we'll try to see how we can fix this. Okay, query dot name. So what I'll do is I'm going to put some conditions here. Okay, to handle this. So this will be guest. Okay, query dot name is not there. I'll put this. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll text plain. This will remain as is. So response done. This is about page. Let me try to use the template returns here. Okay, and we'll see how is it going to respond. Okay, so what I'll do, so dollar, so name. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, this worked. So that was an issue, since we have to use, this is the usage of template literals which I was talking about in the previous sessions. Okay, so now let's see how to create a post server. Okay, so post methods. So let me do one thing. Okay, so here you can see that for post, first we will check if request method. Okay, so what I'll do here is if request dot method equal to, then I'm just checking if it is post. Okay, and request dot URL equal to slash submit. Okay, okay, so if it is that, then what I'll do is let me take the body. So I got the book, like whatever is, I'm just declaring the body as empty now, and we'll have to pick it up from the post endpoint body. Okay, so what we will do, request dot on. So we are just basically collecting the data. Okay, and then we will see chunks. Okay, so okay, we are just collecting the data, so we'll add those to the body. Okay, body will just equal to chunk. Okay, fine. So we got the body, right? So now once it's collecting the data, once it is ended, request dot end. Okay, then we will have to send back the whatever has been collected. We'll just try to show the simple. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just copy this for now, and I'll try to set the status code as 200 and the response as received body. Okay, then I'll put body here. Okay, so this is how we get those post request endpoint, and we will try to use it. So for this to test, you can use the postman, and then you can put the URL as http localhost 3000 slash submit, and the body you have to pass whatever the data you want to pass, and try to see if it is getting printed. Okay, this is how you can use the post method. Okay, fine. So now let's see what are the best practices we have to consider when we use this HTTP model. Okay, first one is use proper status code. That is very much important, as I shown in the my live demo. We have used 200 and 404 with the page not found, right? Always respond with the appropriate HTTP status codes to indicate the outcome of the request. Next is handle errors gracefully. That is very important. Implement error handling for both incoming requests and potentially server issues to prevent crashes or and to provide a meaningful feedback to the users. Okay, stream data efficiently, like use streams for handling large data uploads or downloads to improve performance and reduce memory consumptions. Secure a server, that is very important. Implement security best practice such as validating input, sanitizing user data, and using HTTPS for secure connections. Okay. Limit request size. Set limits on the size of the incoming request to prevent denial of service attacks and manage resource usage effectively. Use middleware for common tasks like consider using middleware for common functionalities like logging, authentication, and parsing requests. Keep responses consistent. So standardize your response structure. That is very much important. Optimize for performance. Use techniques like caching and compression to improve response times and reducing the server load. Okay. Then comes maintain proper logging. Implement logging to track requests and errors, which can help in debugging and monitoring the server health. Test your server, that is obviously regularly testing your server for performance, security, and functionality to ensure it meets user needs and perform reliably. Okay. By following these best practices, you can build more reliable and efficient secure applications using the Node.js HTTP module. So that wraps up our tutorial on the Node.js HTTP module. By now, you should have a solid foundation in creating a basic HTTP server, handling different routes, get, post, processing query parameters, and working with all the post requests. So HTTP module is a fundamental part of Node.js, and mastering it will now allow you to build everything from simple website to complex APIs. Keep experimenting and exploring to deepen your understanding. In the next session, I will be explaining more about the buffers module and its different features and how to use it. If you find this tutorial helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out the future content. Thanks for watching and happy coding.